to have it, have two stars on 10 each, 5 on 5, without having a big drop off?
It's great to have the depth on the team. We have a lot of talent. I told the guys to make my job hard because there's so much talent, and make me have to wonder who's going to be in the lineup, who's going to play because we have so much talent. So it's a good problem to have.
What does today represent for the program, having all these scouts from all these different teams out here watching?
No, it definitely means a lot because you have the scouts here showing these kids that when you come to the University of Memphis, you're going to get this opportunity to be seen in front of scouts before the season starts. This is like Disney World for these kids today. To see all these teams with the logos on their chest, to be able to play in front of them in front of school, it's great.
You play in front of scouts. What are the scouts looking for when they're watching these players play? What were the expectations, and how did you prepare your players for what to do in front of these scouts?
Well, I think that what they're looking for is, like the athleticism of some guys, shooting ability, how you play without the ball, how you spread the floor, you set screens for your teammates, what's your body language when things don't go your way. They're looking for all those things. And the expectations from the scouts is just to see if these guys are up to the billings of what their rankings are. And I think they did that today. And for us, what we did for like a full week, we've been preparing them since June. But this week we really prepared them for this whole day so that they can look like themselves and not be so nervous. We're kind of prepared to learn.
How is John Campbell developing so far in camp?
Johnny's doing really well. He's shooting the ball really well. He's playing with energy. He's working really hard every day. He understands how he's going to get on the floor and stay on the floor, and he's doing a really good job. You know what? Honestly, all the young guys, all the freshmen have kind of exceeded my expectations. You expect Imani to come in, Jalen to come in, but Josh, Sam, John, those guys, Jonathan, those guys are playing and competing on a daily basis. Our freshmen are really, really, really good. So that's probably kind of surprised me the most of how I knew they were going to compete. They're being kind of dominant as young guys and battling the older guys.
Do you have a number in mind of like, I need to get it down to this many guys who I actually want to play in games going into the season?
I'm thinking right now, the way we want to play is going to be 9-10. I mean, honestly, it's not going to be the free all 12, 13 guys. It's going to be the toughest 9-10 guys that are willing to play the game the right way on both ends of the floor are going to be the guys.
Is this Earl's first time doing contact work this minute?
This is Earl's third practice since he's been back from surgery, and probably his fifth practice since he's been here. So he still has to get the kinks out, but he's going to be very special for us.
How's the chemistry coming so far?
The chemistry actually is a lot better. It's not like they don't want to. They're making the right plays, but it's just they don't know each other well enough yet. So there's been a lot of guys out. Now guys are starting to get back in. So we're starting to look a lot better. The chemistry is actually getting there.
The IRP came out and said they're going to release the timeline for all the different cases on Monday. Do you have any sort of expectation of what you guys are going to hear on Monday?
I really don't. I really don't. Like I stated before, I mean, I just feel like it's unfortunate what happened, how it was displayed, but I can't talk about the case. We'll just have to wait and see exactly what they have to say.
Looks like Alex is also feeling that.
Yeah, Alex is, he hadn't had a lot of practices. He's a guy that's been out for a while as well, so he's looking really good. He's really almost back up to form. He's been out like a month. And then before that, he was out for 4 months. So he's only had a little bit of time on the court, but he's doing really well.
And what is scheduled now about Madness next week? So what type of show are you expecting to put on for the fans?
Well, I mean, it's going to be what it usually is. The introduction of the players is really what the fans want to see, especially a large majority of them. Then they want to see the acts. But for us, I think it's just to show who we are, let the guys go out there and get introduced, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing. I think that's the night for us, and the fans.
Anything impress you today that you saw out here today?
Ball movement. Just how they move the ball, and very unselfish and playing the right way. Usually when you have a lot of scouts, it's one guy that wants to take all the shots or a couple. They really played the right way all day, and I was really proud of them.
I noticed that it didn't seem like the turnovers were there, but toward the end, you guys were getting tired.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. It's 4-on-4, they don't have many subs. And when you get to the end of a practice and they've exerted so much energy all day, it's going to happen. That's natural.
You see that more and more, like fewer turnovers?
Yeah, definitely fewer turnovers. I mean, in the beginning, it was a lot when they first got together because they were overplaying the plays and trying to take us out of our stuff, and we were trying to have them stay with the offense instead of breaking it. But now the guys are starting to understand what it's all about.
Next big event coming up. We have Memphis Madness next week. Just there's some buzz going. I mean, talk about just the excitement headed into this next week.
Yeah, there were a lot of fans that couldn't come. We didn't have a Madness last year. Really, we had it here, but 2 years ago it was special. And then to have it back, to have all the fans back to 100% capacity, the excitement is there for them to meet the boys, and we're excited as well.
How big are some of these acts that we talking about? How big are some of the acts that are going to be coming up?
Man, I don't want to have any high expectations, man. I really don't, man. I don't want anybody to be mad at me, but honestly, whoever's going to perform is going to be great.
What's the number one question you've heard from the scouts this week? Like, who are they asking about most? What's the main thing they're asking about?
You know, I haven't had a chance to speak to them, so some of them are still here. I'm going to go over and talk to them, but I'm sure they'll be in touch. Today was a pretty impressive day for our university.
Has Jalen met or exceeded expectations so far?
Jalen? Yeah, Jalen is special. He's a guy, he didn't really rim protect as well as I wanted him to today. He probably had 2 blocks, I wanted him to have 10. I mean, I'm being very picky, but no. I expect him to be the rim protector, and he's doing a phenomenal job. The way he passes the ball, his IQ of the game, the way he rebounds, the way he finishes around the rim is spectacular. It's elite.
Does everybody know their roles already before you even play the game?
Yes, they do. I think right now, they understand totally. In the beginning, everybody was trying to do too much, and then now it's kind of evened out of what everybody knows what they can do, and then what we told them, what we've expected, and it's working out well.
You're a big guard. What's it like having this many big guards, big wings?
Man, no knock on my shorties with Tyler and Alo, but it's great having those long guards in the program because their height, you can do so many things with the height defensively and offensively.
What is Amani's adjustment? I mean, obviously he's a great player. How has he adjusted so far now, week 2, week 3, whatever it is?
You know what, he's adjusted well because he's listening to everything we tell him. He's a sponge, he wants to learn it, he puts it right into play right away. He doesn't have an ego, and he's been pleasant. And one of our hardest workers, he's been pleasant to coach because he just wants to know it all. He wants to know, he wants the information.
Got time for a couple more. And he's a guy that obviously is featuring a long time now. This game specifically will be the game.
This day means everything. From the Sports Illustrated cover, from having base fundamentals, to being the guy that's been out there in the spotlight since he was 12 years old, to have this day to finally stand in front of all these scouts, I think he really cherished this day.
And he performed very well.
He did really well.